Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. It is game number 11 here for all of these teams to try and rack up the points to move on to that final stage, as we already have 8 amazing teams from Group A. Let's figure out who's moving in from Group B. Froz, take it away.
Very Western playing coming in here. Now, this could be bad for some teams. And the thing is, this is do or die stage. You only got these games now, so you better make it work. We see Density going for the Severity, and nothing too unusual here from what I can tell right now. So, I mean, it's going to be a good game, I hope.
A little bit unusual, Besiktas didn't go Sarki and the Norge split, but they're probably going to go on the West Coast split and taking Gatka as well. Curious to see if they're going to be able to pick up what they need. They're in 8th right now, and they this is the time the cookie crumbles. Let's see if they're able to eat the crumbles or take the whole cookie.
Absolutely, I love cookies. Let's head over to another duo that likes cookies as well. It's Pansy and Sims.
Right, I know I'm a bit chubby, James, but it's getting up to Christmas, okay? I'll just pretend I'm going to join a gym in the new year. Thanks for that.
Where did Martin's analogy actually come from?
No one knows.
This has to be a Denmark kind of thing, surely?
What, that's just the way the cookie crumbles is what he was saying, but then he went a little too far. He went too meta.
Deep analogies are never the best.
All right, let's just
moving on.
Let's just get back on topic.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, guys. How are we all doing today? We have some lovely games in front of us. Now, I've been speaking to players, teams, just about everyone. There's been a lot of replay watching. I know a couple of teams, Method, for example, were up till about 5 AM watching back everything because they needed to. I think there's no disputing that. Talking to them, they're off to a good start. They need to be propelled in the right direction because they've not been feeling confident. They've not been having the games they need, so they're a team to keep your eyes on. They need to finish, I think, around top 6 most of the time with good amount of kills beside them. They can let it slip, but then that opens it up to others. That's assuming that the others don't perform. Regardless of that, the first circle has come in, and we are up towards the northwest.
We are, and the good thing for the teams up here is that obviously the plane went this way, so it was more in the westerly direction. We started around the northwest bunker area, just to the left of Severny, and we ended all the way down smack bang over the Ferry Pier. Now, this been so heavily based west is that a few teams... I wouldn't expect anyone to kind of change anything up too massively, Lauren, but when you see that plane, obviously now the circle comes in, people are still going to be on a transitional phase. We still see M19, for example, driving, not actually in their area now. They have just hit Yasnaya, but a few of the teams might be able to say, okay, well, our secondary backup location that we like to go, or the alternate route location, we can now force into that. We can move this self over. Generally speaking, again, you won't see too many changes up. Martin mentioned about Besiktas, for instance. They're going to take the fields. We have RD. They're going to have Red Diamonds. They'll be chilling down in the southern end of Georgia Paul. Toxic are above them in the north. TR, they're going to be happy. Team ready up in Zaka, usual suspect for them. OES, or Denza, I think is the...
Odense.
We
need to get Martin in just to say that word.
We do. I actually think I like where Accelerator are going to be perpendicular to this one. I think Stalber's a good place because more importantly, you shouldn't have too many people, I'm guessing this, going all the way to the north. So they might be able to take that northern road. I would expect Severny to push in from there. So they'll have a nice run in. The more difficulty, I think, at the moment is your people that you're going to see on screen right now, Moonwolf. They originally went on to Sosnovka Island, realised that Raise Your Edge are actually down there. They've taken all the vehicles, so they've got all 4 now, but they've not started looting, and we are 3 minutes and 45 seconds into the game.
To be fair, credit to them, or I guess lucky for them, the eastern coast is completely sparse of players because they saw that circle and they all kind of adjusted. So they should be able to get loot relatively fast and unscathed unless they go too far to the west where there will be a team waiting. Beyond that, though, guys in chat, again, I do love this community coming out in droves here. You got Hayes, Ibiza all in chat, having a little watch of the games, keeping tabs on what's going on. So do make sure to give us your thoughts in chat. I love seeing who you think's going to do well today. Who is going to be those top 8 positions going forward? That's what they're fighting for here, is a place in the Pro League. This is all kind of accumulating towards that. This is on the line, and this is going to be a big day for a lot of these teams because this is the close group, and we can't stress that enough. This is the group where you have one bad day, you're going to sink right down. We saw Team Rec kind of doing that a little bit. They got caught on rotations. That I don't know how they never seem to have vehicles in the right place. They were having a real tricky performance yesterday, and I was surprised when the desk thought that, well, some of the desk thought they could do well on maps like this because we did not see it. Their Miramar performance outshone their Erangel performance by a long margin. Now, Team Ready, a very surprising team. I know that's caught a couple of people's attention, but I think it's just confirming how well they're playing now. Up in Zaki, wonderful spot for them. Very happy. Besiktas, another team we need to see a lot from. We put a lot of credence in how good these players are, but we need to see the proof in the pudding.
There's no excuses for it's okay, boys. We're all on Erangel now. Don't worry about it. You can't use that excuse anymore. All right, some people will be a little bit more comfier, and this will be home territory for them. So, yeah, they might be play a little bit better, but you can't keep using that excuse anymore. You have to perform well, and that's why we play so many games here in PUBG, because it's an overall thing. You have to be consistent in what you do. The one for this is, I mean, there's still that point that you can look at and say, okay, we're coming in today. We're not out of it yet. There is still 5 games. People can just completely bollocks it up. The people at top, M19, Team Ready, they could come 16th, 15th. We've seen that before. I'll always remember back at Oakland where Erangel #1 went out in 16th place, and that opened it up for Optic just to go running off with it if they wanted to. They made an attempt. A couple of little cool things happened along there, so didn't actually manage it. But nevertheless, the method, Chargers, Toxic, Moonwolf, they're not out of it yet. That top 8, there's no money on the line here. You just got to make it in the top 8, okay?
Just a casual career potentially down the line.
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. Finishing at the top's always going to be more comfortable because you're setting a standard and you're proving a point. All right, boys, we're going into this and we're going to kick some ass in the finals. But still, the top 8, that's the red or deadline. Get above that after these 5 games, you're moving on to the finals.
Well, we'll keep eyes on how this goes down. No one's gone down yet. This is the first game. It's the first game of day 3. I mean, you're always going to come in a little bit, not cautious. They've had their warm-up games, if you're wondering. They do have like a practice prior to this game starting to get everything ready and settled. There's no bullets in that.
We should also note that M19 actually did win that game. We've sat here and seen.
Yeah,
it's been
twice
weird.
Now.
M19 have won both scrim games and got 15 kills on both of them. It's a bit bizarre, but nevertheless.
Hey, look, they're just warm-up gods, all right? We've all played those people. Don't worry about them. They're not to be worried about. Anyway, let's keep tabs on where people are going, because those, I wouldn't even say early now, the people who want those good compounds, who want the central areas, have already had to vie for that. You've already got them in position. A couple of spots coming in as well. Besiktas certainly noted by at least 1 team, potentially 2, because I'm pretty sure the Red Diamonds popped a shot towards Simsy earlier. So their position is duly noted, but I want to keep eyes on the teams like Team Rec, like Method. I know they're the household names, and I know they're kind of the favorable teams in this, but you want to see how they approach this. Odense was one of the teams who did very well on the early stages, but had a quieter day too, so they didn't quite keep that high-end position, but they're certainly still within this, and they certainly still pack a big old punch.
4 players all having a crack at Ira. He's got 2 bullets in the back, he's down to about 30% HP, but that vehicle's going to go flying for now. Clearly coming out to get a bit of a scout and see who's kicking around. You can kind of stay up there for now. I mean, where's this going, Lauren? Where's this circle shifting? We had this yesterday with Lee, and it went to the north.
South.
Yeah?
South. Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
Do I win a drink if I'm correct? We get a little cat, a fruit shoot, whatever it was. Other drinks are available.
I'll buy you a whole beer.
Oh, thanks.
That? Yeah, I'll treat you right.
I don't drink, but that's okay.
Neither do I, really. We are the most boring old people. Yeah, we give it a go once every like 3 months. Like, I'm not made for this.
I hit 30 and was like, okay.
Hangovers, they're brutal, aren't they?
I'm out now. Thank you very much.
Oh, Chip.
You okay, mate?
Chip. Again, I don't see how many vehicles they have. Okay, they got 2 this time because I think it was the last game, I think yesterday. Please correct me if I'm wrong. They all got blown up in 1 car, which basically screwed them over. It was one of the games, so I'm hoping they keep, their mindset right. I want to see Method having good scouting, good rotations. We saw Wick getting caught out. The boys who did not get caught out was Sauna boys. They were just so damn good, time and time again. Now, these are when the rotations get scary because everyone's already in spots. So if you're coming in this late, you might not want to try and go central because this is it's a deadly compound. It always is. Oh, and G-Power gifted that on a plate. It just drove up to him. He's like, yes, this is lovely. Thank you ever so much.
I appreciate the 16 points and your vehicle and any other guns that you're going to be holding in the bag. Body bag there for them. They'll loot the box, take whatever they want out of it. A couple of scopes, try and finish off whatever you didn't pick up on their initial loot phase. Going back to Rec, I think it's a beautiful position up on the Georgia Paul Hill, or Everest, as some people have come to call it. Mainly because if you've got 6 times, 8 times, you can look ahead. You can find out where people are going to be setting up traps, where's good to rotate off. No one's going to attack you. You put a pop shop down at the bottom of the hill, they're just going to run away like a girl. There's absolutely no reason to do it. Just bang, 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 and away we go. I'm out of here. See you later. So there's nothing you can do about that. But regardless, either way, it's a brilliant thing to do. You can just sit up there, you can chill, you can get all your lines of sight and so on and so forth. And yeah, I like it. I think it's a really, really good place to sit and hang around, and the fact that you can, if you do have an 8 times, it gives you so many options because it's 360.
Yeah, but you can also get crept up on that. I'd say that's the one big downside of playing on that hill is there's so many kind of areas where you don't have vision on it because it's either vertically below you, but people can creep up it. It's very easy to not be able to trade back in. It does get a little scary, but no one's up there right now. It's not exactly a position that's going to be heavily fought for. Potentially Method could try and get close to it. They're being quite meticulous and being quite, not slow, don't want to say slow at all, but they're taking their thoughts with them on the way, and I like that. They're not being rushed. I think that's what I want to see from them is Method making good choices. Raise Your Edge. Lovely name. On the way still from the southern side. Going to take their time, though. They won't be there anytime soon, but they're fine. They play this late quite a lot. If you're playing on the Sosnovka Island, you know you're going to be doing this. Not too surprising. Moonwolf were late to the east, and now they're going to be late to the circle. Again, not surprising.
Good work from Team Ready to kind of read it well. I know Ira took a couple of bullets, but they've moved further inwards compared to Zaki, because again, if it does, as you've predicted, Lauren, potentially
it's 100% going there.
Shift down to the south, they've got to make a move. The issue is you have Georgia Paul smack bang in the middle of it all, which kind of, it's a bottleneck. If teams are like set up, we've already seen a team that's going to be 4s in the cube stack, just waiting for anybody to try and play victim to them. They've already got one. Moonwolf may potentially hit a team if they're very unlucky.
Someone was on this hillside earlier. They might have already moved up.
Galatasaray, I think, has gone down.
We could have a...
that's very central.
And that's taken out a lot of water,
Proved us both wrong.
I mean, it's quite southern.
Cover. This is even as it is.
But this is the fun part, isn't it? Because this is very polarizing. The next circle is going to be harsh if it goes north or south because it's polarized by a river. It cuts the rotations in two. So you might see 2-2 splits. You might see that northern side getting way more players just purely because it's going to be available for a room. You're going to know there's not going to be so many players up there. The southern side is rife. Look at all these teams starting their rotations. Where are they going to go here? Again, for Rec, they're still probably going to sit pretty at this point. I don't think they're going to be able to go too far. Scoom, I like this. Hedge your bets. I want to see 2-2 splits here. I want to see teams trying to find their way forward. Besiktas might be going right towards Scoom, though. That could be a big fight. Already you're going to see them going past. So many teams keeping eyes on this too. They're going to hear all of these shots. Scoom, gifted potentially some players on the plate. Tomil. Oh, Scoom's getting tagged up from somewhere. I don't know who that might be, but that's from afar. So going to find a bit of cover. Besiktas might be still on the move. They're going to go further to the northern side of the crates.
Looking at the map here, Lauren, that's actually coming in from the little compound that we got the kill on earlier on, the first one. So the cubes can actually see him. Tomil smoke goes down. Red Diamonds are also pushing in, so this could be a 3-way directly inside the crate. He has to be careful. Pin does have that M24, and now they're setting up in this house next to him. They'll see the smokes. I mean, the smokes, don't get me wrong, they're good because it keeps you alive, but it also just says, hello, I'm here. Well, everyone look at me. Yeah,
first death might be coming in. This is such a scary circle. I like what Scoom tried to do. I would love to see maybe more with him, but it was risky either way. If you 2-2 split, you're going to be risky. Tomil, speaking of risk, how is he alive? He is dodging everything. He finally gets caught by Scoom, but will it be Scoom to confirm? He does have his team up top trying to confirm it as well. That will be claimed, and Tomil does get caught out. Besiktas' final player there, or the final man to join the rest of the squad, did get caught in the heels. Now, I will say the one thing about these crates, you can split it with 3 teams. You can easily. I don't get me wrong, the lines of sight are terrifying.
Want to, but
no, of course. But you can do it. There's enough room to be able to get it done. And it looks like a revive will be coming in for Team Ready. So a beautiful death somehow keeping the Reaper away from the door.
And we did see the 8 times on the back of Rafi, so that gives them a lot of line of sight and a lot of information, more importantly. Teams are now starting to rotate. I'm seeing bullets on the map. It looks like Q-Rage might be falling to the whip here. Their teammates do have a compound, so they can rotate into it. Method lurking at the base of the of Everest or Georgia Paul Hill, whichever you want to.
A little bit of a, I guess, challenge from Raise Your Edge. That could potentially happen. And they need kills. I was speaking to them earlier.
Yeah,
they know they need to get kills. So they
have to
purely
flag it.
passive.
They cannot play passive this game. They've got to get kills and they have to get placement. If there's a compound that needs taking, you're going to have to crash it. You're going to have to deliberately remove people from the map. Rack up those points. Just to touch on Scoom's play as well, I do like this. It's a good read to get more central in the circle because he can hold this little area, and as you mentioned, maybe he can fit 2 or 3 teams into the crates, but by holding that angle, they can slide the cars in and they can stay alive.
I like that, and it's also being complemented. It's going to be complemented by the position held on the hill. He knows that his kind of southern, eastern side.
Oh,
There we go. He said it already.
Look at that.
Raise your edge. Could have the fight coming in. And Wick and Andy, this is what you want to be seeing. Get them having a good game, feeling like they're in this. Get that confidence building. But now there's another team potentially trying to creep the hill. That could happen. Keep that in the back of your mind. If you see that kill feed coming in for Rec, for example, we're seeing two teams potentially pushing it. But M19, one of the big players in the last couple of days, already a one knock, but they're fighting back. Udensa are the ones challenging that.
Have to be careful. You poke the bear, you get the claws. Examples looking for the potential off angle here. I mean, he's had his helmet removed, which is rather unfortunate, and they do have the Wanderer down. He's dead, he bleeds out because they're on the move. This is great in the fact that they know they've got the knock on two, but look how aggressive that again. This is a 2-1 split. Potentially his two teammates on the left-hand side, Lauren, they'll be the anchor, and then he'll be able to flank from behind.
They're boxing them in, and it's
this.
very assertive, very aggressive,
do
and
or
they
die.
need to blitz it. They need elite player and go to hold them into this line. Maybe example could be, I don't want to say expendable, because you don't want to expend a player ever, but he's the one to lose, I guess, the least. He's got no helmet on, level 1 vest, and they need to get past this team, and he is right behind them. You can see them trying to draw the attention. A couple of shots here and there. Now he's got right around the backside. He's going to find Krillian for free. Falls off this, and now the next swing comes in. M19 are playing an exceptional game here. That's really good push and pull play. Call the attention one way, spin it on the other. Now, where are the other remaining players? One nade could be huge here, Rich. The spots come in, the tags come out. Constantine finds Premi. There's only one alive, and there it is, confirmed down and out.
Let's just talk about how frigging textbook that was. One team takes a pick and takes a kill. The opposing team with the man down then send one off to the right-hand side while the two push him in the back lines. As soon as he gets the knock, the rest of them, they come through. They just wiped out that entire team, collected, what's that, 64 points? And a placement as well? All for a trade-off of losing one man. Do you want to get a trade-off of losing man? No, you don't. You never want to lose a person. But if it's the difference between taking position and being able to carry on through the competition, that's an amazing play.
Now, let's kind of catch up on what's happened in the meantime. Rec have adjusted. They've started their big rotation, and they've headed all of them in towards the crates. You could see that Team Chargers started to head that way, trying to get a split. Did not work out. Now Team Ready began their rotations from the north, but they are not without a fight. Already Mikas Rastamar making this very difficult for them. Raise Your Edge going to try and catch back in towards Method. They do get the tag, but not the frag, and it's going to be Method trying to be proactive, but they are running the gauntlet. There's not much room available. Everyone is heading towards those crates, Rich. There is not that much to be grabbed here.
It'll be a crate fight. Andy's down. He's knocked. He's confirmed as well. Falls is down. That's Ali. He falls to the Divine Arrow, unfortunately. Wick also falling. This ain't good. They're all just blasting into crates and hoping for the best. Method, they've lost two. Menox on the outskirts, and he's running directly into the welcoming hands of Scoom and Co. They've set up a purposely very tight-knit compound. Chris is split off, though. He needs to try and get back to his teammate. He does have the ghillie suit, which means he's going after a crate. The level 3s are probably what's managed to keep him alive. But for how long? That's... I have no idea, because he cannot get to Menox.
Simsy just got knocked as well.
Are they from the little whites across the street?
This is Red Diamonds coming in.
That's a shot and a half, Ron. That's inside the
it's a big boy.
So that must have been through the window. It must have been stood up on the top of the rafters.
It always feels like, oh, I'm in a great spot, but then people know about it so much these days. And the Red Diamonds are still in a really good position. Their rotations away from this area could be tough, but for now they have a nice 2-2 split, very much supplementing each other. Pin as well, finding another. They're just shooting fish in a barrel right now. They seem to be having all the situations going their way, but that crates area, we said it can really easily hold 3. We're up to 4 now. Any more close by, maybe 5 if you want to count TC, things get very scary.
You say 4, barely 4. I mean, I think that's a bad call, personally, from Method to try and push that.
It's a little too late in my eyes.
That's the thing. You should know there's going to be several people already set up there. And if you've been ahead of the game pre-scouting, like what Rec did, for instance, you'll be able to count, okay, this is free. Send off one, don't lose Andy on transition, and then Wick afterwards. Send one first, say, okay, time to bail, boys, time to go elsewhere. Is there anywhere else that could have gone? Maybe that's up for debate and up for an argument. You could have potentially taken the base of the mountain, because there is some dips and divot you can sit in there.
I think Andy's rotation route was a little off as well. I think he went a slightly different way to the rest of his team, which did kind of cost him a little bit more. But that's beyond the point now. It's happened. And speaking of rotation routes, Treveli is running a bit of a terrifying way. He's down to one shot. Finally gets found by Zolta as the final bullet comes through. Big loss there as well. These guys were playing exceptionally well late game, but not going to get away with it here. Still 15 teams alive. Keep in mind, we have only lost out on 1 so far. 51 players still out here.
What do you think? Northern George, full mass migration, or are we going to go crates? I think it's going to wang in for Central here. Obviously, with this one as well, what are we on? Circle phase 3 or 4 will be moving away from waters. It's just going to close in there. This will be a mass compound fight. Sauna Boys very much on the back line. They have the blue against the backs, and so do Q Rage as well. So do Raise Your Edge, all these edge players. The northern edge of the circle is completely free.
Zolta's just landing a cracker towards Rezu there. Really nicely done. Next circle coming in. We're going to keep eyes on this one. M19 are beginning their take, and this is going to be such a messy amount of kills towards crates.
Now, the big play here from Raise Your Edge. Oh, Squeaky. He's down also.
Squeaky.
So that's Squeaky. That's 2 for Accelerate. Time to run away, Rust and Matt. Not much health either, and you can't do the dipping and diving like you used to be able to do in one of the previous patches, but for Raise Your Edge, they should absolutely exert their dominance here. Run all the way up the mountain and just sit strong. Batter everybody from up high. So this becomes the only team up here. If there's any that are going to be sitting on the bottom of the hill, that's who's going to kill you when you go in the rotation. So if they can get up top, kill the other team, that's their Scoom with a knock in the kill feed, Mini coming out.
We're going to see that a lot.
I think
it's going to be a lot of knocks
back and forward trades.
Constantly. Until we see like full engagements on knocks and kills, it's going to be very hard to focus on what's actually vital here. The northern side teams are going to have to work their way through. We saw Mikas there having to deal with the M19 side. I think Constantine might be spotting him out, and this will be a lot of posturing, a lot of shots back and forth. You want to look at these teams, even for a set. Oh, Chris! The Wolves are at the door, and Besiktas does find him. That's a lovely upgrade for them too. That's a lot of gear going their way. He was the guy who's 3'd up, had the ghillie. I'm not sure what gun he had, but regardless, it's down to Menox now, and he's one of the new players. This is his first big LAN. So, I mean, for him, very nerve-wracking time for them beginning, and they cannot afford to go down in this position. They need minimum top 10 finishes.
Just want to call it out as well. If it might not have been noticed on the map, Moonwolf is pushing up on Raise Your Edge. Raise Your Edge they're on the head on a swivel. They've had a little bit of an alert, so to speak, because Q Rage is obviously what we can see on screen. They're taking the fight against the Sauna Boys and trying to confirm some points. But Moonwolf are now pressing up the backside of the hill onto Raise Your Edge, which could be very deadly.
Let's keep tabs on Sauna Boys here, because they are having a really tricky time getting away from the fire. For now, there's about 3 teams looking at them. They are getting tagged up on the way, but you keep your eyes on the kill feed. There it is. Pin was the one to find him. The Red Diamonds, slowly but surely, have been grinding out a good couple of kills from this position. They've consolidated their last spot. They were 2-2 split in the 3 hangars that are kind of to the south of South Georgia Pole Town. They've now pulled themselves over towards the different side of things.
Wait, did he might have banged him out of the vehicle then, because they were on rotation, weren't they, going towards the hangars?
M19 on rotation.
He 24'd him.
Yeah, elite player gets caught trying to make a mad dash towards the hill. M19 it seems like they're out of it a little bit here with these very wide swings. They're up north, now they're down south, and we are going to see that crunch towards the hillside. That's about to go on, so keep your eyes towards Raise Your Edge and Moonwolf about to clash. And we know that Moonwolf are like rabid dogs when it comes to this. They love a good fight, so that could be kicking off now. It looks like O'Connell already beginning to get this one winding up. Nade, smokes, everything going in. Zoom's found Jorksy in the meantime, but O'Connell holding the line. Is there someone pushing up on this? There's so many nooks and crannies to clear though, Rich.
There's a K9 on the back line, which could cause them problems if Washout... Oh! I'm going to say if Washout can find a pick, that'll be absolutely huge and open a door.
Wanted's angle is so good.
That nade really damaged him and pulled him off the back line. You eliminate the sniper. You take the chance of a pick away from them. Then all of a sudden O'Connell, he's down. He'll be confirmed as well. 16 points go their way. Now it's into a 3-3 engagement. They took out that K9 from the back, the main sniper, who was the guy to open up the door, so to speak. Maverick, he said in his interview he liked the SLR and the compensator. Well, you know what? He's got his favorite weapon. He has a damn good line of sight. Wanted also there, securing the flank. They went for the push. He found him. Maverick steps up again. The bullets are coming through. This is an absolute travesty. They are gone. They're totally wiped out in 15th place.
They were trying to do that with untradeable positions. They finally went with 2 on the kind of, I guess, northern side of it. We're going right to the crates. I'm so excited for this. And, oh no, Accelerate Gaming, Mikas just got caught by the blue at the very end. He is revivable. He does have a teammate there. But going back to that, Raise Your Edge didn't have to, well, they did have to do a lot. I don't want to take it away from them. They played really well. But Moonwolf allowed them to get these individual kills in pretty safe spots. You had one player on Overlook, Maverick, holding the wider peak, had to take some damage on that, but then you had Wanted and Cup of Magic sat there going, awesome, keep running around the corners at us.
It were all about that sniper. If he'd been managed to at least keep Maverick at bay with the SLR, either smack him in the head or at least just put enough pressure so they could reduce him away from that. Sitting there with that SLR was just so vital. It held them back and allowed his team just to completely collapse on them.
They just got caught out. Is there a crash coming in? Yeah, Red Diamonds have moved in. This is big. Somehow Methods remaining player is still alive here. Red Diamonds did catch one and a confirm on towards Rek, who are in the slightly more, I guess, eastern crates from them. We still have Sid here, Pin still up. Bestlock will get a revive. I'm pretty sure I don't see anyone quickly being able to deny that, but look at this. Look how many teams are here. This is sick. I love it.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Finding, there's going to be so many
Morning.
trades back and forth. I think the Sauna Boys are done for, potentially. Actually, M19 just got eliminated.
I don't think... Oh, so they got a trade-off in there. Might be able to get the revive here. Iggy, rest in peace. Bike turns up and unfortunately gets turned around. A beautiful death. He's served that on a plate. Fosford, he's gone as well. Q-Rage dropping players left, right, and centre out in the
13
open.
teams in here.
This is ridiculous. I mean... There's no one really central. The entirety of the crates, it's just going to keep compressing and pushing people together like an absolute dungeon gauntlet. This is all about numbers now, keeping players alive for the very last engagement. Shiv, with an up and over nade, manages to find them on the revive. So 16 points go the way of Rek. Easy kill for them. And the rest of them, they're split. Mert takes the head of that nade also. That now disperses them. But unfortunately, it's Rager Edge that have to run this gauntlet down the side of the hill through the open, otherwise the blue will eat them alive.
Look at him creeping his way up. He just seems to the right of the screen, just like sneaking forward. He's got a little nade, like, all right, let me try and help out a little bit. Dribbles it towards a tree. The other two are depending on smokes. There's a rock they can try and get to, but Wanted is in the circle. That's the main thing. They've got a man in, so at least they can play for placement if these two get caught, which I feel they are.
I like what Cup of Magic's doing. I was thinking now with the smokes, rather than do it as a point of interest that you run towards, maybe smoke out the building in front of you, maybe completely smoke out TC so they can't see anything, block their line of sight, deny them it, and then push up. That's exactly what they're doing now. Maverick, they've got the tiniest defilade. How he's alive, I have no idea. Nade goes up, it goes over, it just falls short.
By fence.
But now the smokes are gone, Lauren, and it's all about this tiny hill.
They are in the circle, though, and if they keep peeking like this, there's going to be a third party, and maybe they don't need it because Wanted is there. That SLR coming out to play. Lai tried to make a peek of it, didn't work out well, and now Chargers could get another fight coming in. Look at how open Garbage Man could potentially be if there's a little bit of a shot on it. Doesn't happen in the end, and the circle has compressed again. It's gone slightly further south, so Forz is going to have to work their way south. Toxic south, a couple of the others in the extremities going to have to come in, but look at Cup of Magic. His teammate held the push. Wanted confirms on towards right. He needs a nade in the window, and he needs to heal. Cup of Magic can do nothing. Maverick, excuse me, goes down. We do have Garbage Man and Divine Arrow still alive, and Garbage Man feels as though maybe it's time to push. No, he holds off. A vert nade coming out as well from behind. Garbage Man smokes up, takes a second or two. Scoom wants in on the action. He wants to ruin all of Wanted's fun, but he can't land a shot to save his life for now. Falls back in. We have the heals coming out. Garbage Man might not expect to. He does not expect Wanted, who has gone off this game. I'm so glad we got to hear from this man, because you can see what he can bring coming through this squad, especially with Maverick. Where is he right now? Where is Maverick? Is he behind them still?
I think he's still...
Oh, he's been knocked.
It's a good smoke, though, because they should be able to get him up from this. The Defilade's not there to help him, but the smoke will. I'm surprised Divine Arrow didn't push with his teammate there. If he'd stepped up with the barrel, that would have absolutely shredded him.
But that's always the question. Was it Garbage Man being too much of an individual player and not calling it? Or was it Divine Arrow not joining in? But now, Divine Arrow's got the flip situation. Can't say words.
Close enough.
I'll just say with that, Divine Arrow, though, can make a peek of this, can make a play. Can he decide anything from this? I don't think he can. He is outnumbered, outgunned. Surely he is going down, but that smoke is just about... Oh my God.
Inside.
He's in the smoke.
He's traded places.
He's still in this. Maverick. Oh no, this could be huge. He does get found. My heart for a second saw that going so badly wrong. And in the meantime, you can see the kill feed just going insane.
So we lost two teams there. We lost TC in 12th position. We lost Accelerate in 13th. Galatasaray, they fall down in 11th. And this is all it's going to be. Kill for kill, trade for trade, body for body, team for team. G-Power spots a very open gap and takes full advantage. Just literally can just see the body.
Blue's moving in as well.
That now forces him out because now he's knocked them there. How he saw that gap between the tankers at the back, or the barrel, should I say, I have no idea.
A Method have made it into the top 10.
Well, that ended.
I say Method. Minox has made it top 10. Simsy, in the meantime, got found by Toxic. Toxic were up in the north and had to work their way down. Besiktas are in their way. Forza's too far off towards the east to make a difference. So you can see that battle going on. Ultra's holding the line. Toxic are just about in, though. Flak potentially can be revived. I say potentially. They might have to overcommit for it if they want to do that. Besiktas, look at Ultra. He's geared up here.
I do think that by G-Hawk doing that, Lauren, or G-Power, should I say, he's pretty much going to end Raise Your Edge here, because he's held them back so long. They're now just bandaging away in the blue. He knocked 2.
Yep.
And now the rest of them are just giving it up. There's nothing they can do about it. You can't run left, you can't run right. All you can do is die. 10th position becomes their grave. We
are down to 9 teams, 20 alive. Let's look at who we have up here. Red Diamonds with 3. Besiktas, I think, had 3, unless they just lost 1, potentially. They are down to 2 then, I guess. Rec with 3. We have Sauna Boys, Jorski still alive. Corefest is still alive as well. Team Red, look at them. It's I know you're there.
I know you.
I can smell you. They're just both sat there staring at each other awkwardly. I mean, it's going to be who moves first, right? That's a placement, because that's an individual player. So... He accidentally, I think, went into the blue.
Did he touch the blue?
Yeah, I think
just made it even easier now, then. Jorski.
So Toxic actually have the most players still alive. They have all 4 still up. That's actually quite impressive. And the circle, it's going to keep going. Minox does need to take a fight now. Bestalok is on his own for now. I think he might have support on the way. Minox needs to just keep trying to stay alive. If he can keep him away.
Do it.
This is going to be big. Goes up and over. Hip fire not going to come through for him. Another angle. He's looking for it, but doesn't want to get caught on the climb. Oh, excellent play from Minox. This is good for the young player coming into his first big event for him. Confirms the kill, backs away, stays alive. This is what you want to be seeing from him. The Red Diamonds can't really do much about that.
You could see what the plan was. Try and take control of this hangar so you can move close to the circle. Meanwhile, someone else having circle difficulties. It'll be Jorski. I have no idea. Obviously, clearly.
Corefest is just like watching this.
I think it's because of Bestalok. Obviously, it's taking away the Red Diamonds' attention altogether. In fact, Red Diamonds are actually pushing on Menox. They really want to get him down and take control of that hangar. You can see them, or I saw them, should I say, jumping up to try and apply some pressure. Meanwhile, Rec have just took full advantage and just says, okay, we saw where this position was, we guessed where the circle were going to be going. They sent Scoom off, he found a position, and now it's happy days for him.
Look at this.
He can't survive this, surely.
He's doing fine on time. Like, he might get caught soon and have to just crouch it up, but he actually might get away with this. Jorski's made it in towards a hangar. The Red Diamonds have moved up. Menox is holding his. This is ridiculous. We've got 9 teams in this area. We said it can hold 3. Apparently, can hold a whole lot more. Now, let's look at who's still alive in this in the points as well. You can see the kill points on that. Ooh, Zolta's playing a dangerous game, a deadly game. And the next circle is going to be huge in this. Everyone's got their little stake of land. It's a little bit contested towards the southwest there, to say the least. But you know what? It's doing its job. And Jorski finally gets caught out by Corefest as well. He just about made it in time. But Raffi, Shiv, and Scoom have heard all of this. This could be a little cheeky nade from Shiv, potentially. Oh, look at the nade! Up and over it goes. Shiv with the underhand. Batters out another team. We're into top 7 territory. And Menox is still doing well in this.
If he'd have managed to get that behind that box, that would have eliminated both of them. Sid and Senpai, last 2 remaining. G-Power goes down, kill feed. That's a minute. Bullet to the brain on the 5.56. Samuel smokes. Oh, excuse me, it's not a smoke. I thought they were going to smoke and run, but they're not. They're going to continue going through. Yeah.
Oh, Rec could be in trouble.
North. But now they have to. But the thing is, though, is that there's so many like individuals scattered. As a team of 3, they might be able to pick them off. The bigger positive for them, they don't know this obviously.
Yeah.
But if they run right, that entire quadrant of the crates is empty.
Red Diamonds, though, will be watching this cross. They have to. They might be playing spoilers here. Menox could play spoiler to that. It's going to be a domino effect.
We absolutely need Raffi's POV. He's holding the
angle.
It.
That's so good. This is really good mind games. And Raffi's found Senpai. This is excellent read of the game here from them. They're holding the cross. They knew their weakest point, and they're playing to it. I think they're just in the new zone as well. You want to cross, but I don't know if they're going to get that. Menox has to start to move. He maybe heard that kill, saw that kill. It could be his time to try and join on the fight. Can he find more? Is he going to get caught out himself? Okan here is in a fight. Let's keep eyes on Raffi as well. They're in a smoke wall. Menox just gets a heal off. Look to the bottom right, guys. This is the big one. They're going to work their way forward as best they can. Menox, though, is going to hear steps. He's going to hear them all walking past him. He knows they're very close by. Raffi unleashes hell. Sid's in trouble. Down he goes. It's Scoom to confirm. Somehow we still have Menox alive here. I do not know how he's still standing. And he's made it behind other players. He finally falls, but Method get top 7. That's great play from the individual there. But back to the point, Rec is still alive. And the Red Diamonds are in dire straits.
Unfortunately, Raffi's overextending. There's one player in there, crouched down. He will get away with it, which is fine. I say overextending. He needs to get inside the circle. There's still one creeping.
Red Diamonds just got eliminated.
All right, never mind. He's not creeping. He's out. So we're down to our final 5 teams. Great play from Raffi and Shiv there to hold the line, hold the angle, and deny any point of a backdoor entry. Because they just flooded in there. All these teams could have been in so much trouble. There were 2 teams, all right, split between 3 people. But if they'd allowed them into that quadrant of the crates, it would have caused so many problems.
God,
Look at where Ready is.
Okay, who's central? Who's the most central in this? We've got Team Ready, Rek aren't far. Forza and Toxic will probably make it harder for each other. Besiktas just fired, so now they're going to know that.
He's still got...
the blue's moving in. Here we go.
Gear.
It's central time. Raffi and Skooma holding the back, so no one can flank Shiv. Shiv is playing for the long game. This is the fight we expected. It's going to be back and forth. Actually, Raffi's found Besiktas. Lux goes down. Ultra's baffled what's happened. The line's being held. Sixmo is still in position, though. Toxic and Forza will fight out towards the north, trying to cross to the south. This fight in front of us, though, is the big one. Forza's down to a one-shot pretty much here. Toxic, can you land a bullet? You need one more to tick through, and somehow he's alive in this. What's going on? Finally he falls, but still with 5 teams here. Sixmo, bottom right, you can see him desperately trying to play this one out. Is that a nade? Is he about to try and bounce a nade off? That could be quite big, actually. Rek is so close by. Shiv has to fall off it, and the circle continues to push forward.
Toxic and Falls happily taking a battle while the rest of these teams are just saying, that's fine, we'll wait this one out. We know exactly where people are. These grenades are coming from their right-hand side. They have to know. With the footsteps, Lauren, you can absolutely pinpoint where TR is. They're just sitting happy between 2 crates.
Look at this smoke. Everyone's going to be in the smoke. Whoever's been able to boost up and get ready for this is the ones who are going to win this one. Zoltas is still alive. Toxic, somehow alive. Ultra still alive. Wait, what? Oh no, what a mistake. The communication. He didn't realize it around the corner. This is the go point. Ultra's going to hold the cross, but it's Zoltas from the side. With no... Oh my god! Zoltas goes wild on his own. Last man alive for Forza, and now everyone else to go past him. He has the line. He holds this. Sixmo finds Raffi. That's going to be wrecked down to your last man standing. I'm pretty sure if that is Shiv. Tries to do what he can. Zoltas is still alive. Shiv, he has no idea what he's up against. 3 teams remain. Sixmo, surely going to die to the blue. He's gone. We're down to 2, and Zoltas, he's about to walk into him. He's in the blue. They don't know. Oh, he's done it. He's only got to done it. Team Rek hold on in the final seconds. What an absolutely mad ending in that smoke.
He was healing. He was frigging healing. He just walked by him and he got for him at the end. Zoltas, though, he went absolutely ham with that 2 times in the sky. I think, what? Did he get 4 kills in the end? He was just mowing people down left, right, and centre. But it is
oh my god.
Gonna